She does use a device now. However, she did throw it in the bathtub the other day and I have to get a new device. Don't throw iPads in a body of water, like a bathtub. Truth quest! That was fun, bonding. I mean, who brings their kid to the adult spin class? I also dragged my husband once too. That was fun. Hi, my name is Leilani and it is time for our mid-year updates for 2022. I am going to specifically address homeschooling as well as therapies, what's working for us, what's not working for us. I am a former public and private school teacher. I evaluate homeschoolers in the state of Florida, and I am homeschooling 4 of my beautiful kids. The youngest one does have Down syndrome, and the oldest one is in middle school, and so we're doing all this stuff. And I'm trying to figure out what works and doesn't work for our family, and I want to update you on all of that fun stuff. This is a collaboration with Valerie from our homeschool castle, and she also has a second channel called My Stitch and Dollverse, which is super cool. One of her passions is sewing and dolls. And 2 of her passions. That was 2 of her passions. But Valerie is a secular homeschooler. She also has a daughter that has special needs. She is someone that I can turn to and talk to and tell her about all these crazy things that are happening to me, and she totally gets it. And vice versa. I have built such a special connection with her, and I wouldn't trade her for the entire universe. She is one of my favorite YouTubers because she is one of my favorite friends. So that means you have to check her out. It's in the description box below, her channel, both of them, as well as the playlist, because there are a ton of other YouTubers on the playlist that are also, they're valuable to me because they're also my friends and I love them dearly. So I am looking forward to checking out this playlist, as should you, because I said so. That's why. But I want to tell you about what's going on with us. Now, I went back and looked at what we were up to back in August. And one of the things that I was really big on is sustaining my family dynamic, focusing on building the family, making sure that we're connected, we love each other, character building, scripture reading, looking at things from a biblical perspective, and doing a lot more academics together as kind of a family. Because one of the things I regretted growing up is that I was so distant from my family because the public school just really, it kills that family structure. And I don't want that for my family. I don't want to get sucked back into that. Now, there are a couple things that I've been doing as a family. Every single morning, my husband has made it a point to have a devotional with the kids, and my husband leads it. And if he forgets, I remind him. So we have been really actually very, very consistent with it. And having a man lead it, my husband lead it, has been amazing. And we even pray together at the very end, which is pretty cool. We've also continued reading scriptures. Now, we've read through all of the Gospels and actually the entire New Testament. We've read through the entire New Testament, and now we're moving into some of the prophets and other stuff. We rushed a little bit through the Gospels at the end, mainly because I didn't want to keep stopping, and I don't know, I just wanted to just get the whole package, and we did that. I thought that was good. But I think now that we're actually moving into Job, we're going to take our time a little bit more and do some more journaling, talking about what that book is talking about, and kind of dwelling a little bit more on things. So they're going to be getting a devotional from Daddy and from Mommy. Double dipping, sort of. No, it's not really that would not be definition of double dipping, I don't think. With their education as a whole, one of the things I did is to keep it minimal. So they've got their math that they do independently, their language arts that they do independently, as well as music independently. Music sometimes leaks a little bit into togetherness. Now, my son really wanted to learn guitar, and he started to get some guitar lessons, and we got him like a program. It was not, I put him back in piano. So my philosophy is, if you're not playing an instrument, you're playing piano, because piano just seems to be very foundational. We actually use a software, it's an app called Simply Piano. I do have a background in music. I do know how to play piano. I did, with many things that I've taught, I did teach music. I am confident. I need to make you a video on how I use Simply Piano, because I don't just give it to them and run. Yeah, I've done that. One thing that I need to do is have them set musical goals. And I actually started over this winter break when they don't have any co-ops or any therapies or gymnastics and such, make your goals for your piano. What song are you working on and when are you going to get it done by? I need to really, really push that. So I need to be a little bit more active and present in their music. So that's one thing that I need to work on. So math with the boys, I've been using teaching textbooks. It's amazing curriculum. I love it. I'm going to use it with Hannah when she gets into 3rd grade. But right now I have defaulted to Horizons, which I like Horizons. It's a very traditional math, so to speak. We were using Right Start. As amazing as Right Start is, and it is amazing, it's a lot of work for me. And I'll tell you what, when we finished that book, I was singing praises and hallelujahs. Now, I will also sing praises and hallelujahs for a Right Start because it really did push my daughter, but it was work. It was work for me. It was work. But with her grammar, we have been using Horizons. We've been using Horizons again. And with her reading, we've been using Christian Liberty Press. We have some books there. Horizons, we use their book. But we do a lot of pulling from the library. Go to the library once a week. And they pick out books and they read them. It's so funny because we do it during therapy. In the car, we'll stop at the library and they'll just be reading books when we're driving from different places. Christian Liberty Press actually has this nature. Oh, I have to go get it, don't I? This is it. It's a nature reader. I love these books. I'm sure they have some updated ones, but it's pretty much science in a book. They learn about different animals. For example, this one has chapter 1. You have crabs, wasp, bees, spiders, shellfish, worms, and an epilogue. And it is also very biblical based. So this says my daughter's name all over it, like for real. So we read out of these. We also use, I gotta go get it. For spelling, I am using this series right here. This is Jack Chris Publishing. It's the Soaring with Spelling and Vocabulary. This is lesson 2. It's very straightforward, to the point, pre-test, post-test. It has a theme. So for example, you're doing words with the suffix ing, vocabulary words. This is 2nd grade. It's just straight and to the point. I was so done with messing around with all about spelling, and my kids are naturally good at spelling, so I just needed some reinforcement. That's it. I probably could get away with not doing spelling, but I like this because it does teach a little bit of grammar and vocabulary within it. We also use their diagramming for my 7th grader. No, he's in 6th grade, not 7th grade yet. Oh my goodness, he will be though. And we also use IEW. We just finished Fix It Grammar not too long ago, and I'm actually looking forward to, after I'm done with the grammar one for the diagramming with grammar for my 6th grader, we're gonna go to Fix It Grammar again. I actually really liked it, but they revamped it, so I'm kind of excited about it. This is my son's. We're gonna continue with this. Now, one thing that I did, I started it early this year because I was a little bit anxious to do this. He was actually very anxious. He likes IAW, and I like IAW, so we're kind of ahead. This one has 24 weeks, which is not 32. So we've actually skipped over a couple of weeks, and there was one lesson that I felt needed 2 weeks. He worked so hard on that thing. It was like the most amazing paper I've ever read because he actually did a lot of research, more than what was expected, but that's just him. He's gonna be the next writer. I had to adjust IEW a little bit to meet our family's needs, and it was flexible like that, and it worked. Instead of doing it every week, we do it every other week and stretch out we need it. My 4th grader is also doing IEW. However, he is taking it at a co-op with a teacher. It's just easier that way. All of their sciences are at the co-op. It's going great. No complaints there. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun in there. We're doing astronomy as well as inventions, but we're doing everything from electricity to Play-Doh to lights to diving underwater. It actually combines an element of history in there, so it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak. With history, we are using Truth Quest. Truth Quest! What's really cool with this curriculum is that it pushes the kid to find the information and answers on their own, and it is going back to a lot of primary sources and multiple sources from different authors. So you're not just stuck with reading out of a textbook. Kind of funny, because my husband said to me today, why are kids looking up answers on their own? Isn't it in the textbook? Why are you giving them questions where the answer's not in the textbook. I'm like, that's the nature of Truth Quest. The point is they have to learn how to find the answers from a multitude of different books that I provide for them. They just have to do the reading on their own. Yep, I guide them. I do guide them. Each lesson gives you a short little like synopsis about what you're going to read. It is written in first person, but this lady really strives to get you to look at the world from a biblical perspective. Then she's going to give you resources, which this one doesn't have too many resources. Let me find you a good one. Resources. You could choose to use these resources or not, but the good thing is these resources, you know, are not going to have anything inappropriate in them. And if they do, she'll put a little parental discretion next to them. And she also writes down the grade levels that they are at. We don't always stick to these resources. We don't use all of these resources. I also use YouTube as a resource. One of my kids' favorite YouTube channels, you guys, is Kings and Generals. They love that YouTube channel. It's a good one. It's got a lot of information, but it's not your typical like characters. It's not. They love oversimplified too. That's another one that we watch, but it's not like characters that are dancing and singing. It's not. It's facts. It's a lot of good facts and military strategies. And with Truth Quest, it does come with a bookbinder where they do a little project, stick it in the bookbinder, we keep it through the year. So we've made it through ancient Greece, ancient Rome, and then we also did United States Constitution, which they are learning at the co-op. We went on a field trip this year, which was total history. We went to Virginia and we learned all about that stuff. I mean, just Williamsburg, Virginia is a history field trip, and we did that. I love history field trips. We've got to do more of these kind of field trips. In fact, every vacation we go on, there's going to be some learning in there. Now that covers pretty much a lot of the academics for my kids. I do want to mention the sports thing, which totally happened by accident this year, and it totally works. But we have a membership to the YMCA, and we kind of moved in. Not literally, but we go there Monday nights, Wednesdays, Fridays. So we're there 3 times a week. It has been such a blessing because for Naomi in the nursery, so to speak, she goes to, the lady there is a special needs teacher, special education for elementary school. And she works at the YMCA at night, and my daughter loves her. And she actually will work a little bit with Naomi on coloring and art and crafting, even reminding her to use the bathroom, like all those things, you know, that she knows what to do. She knows that stuff. My boys they've done a couple things. They've done gymnastics, and now they're actually, this is not very athletic, but they're taking an art class at the YMCA. My daughter is in dance class, and she absolutely adores it. And guess what I get to do? I get to go upstairs and take some classes. I'm really into spin right now, guys. I'm into spin. So Wednesdays, Naomi has a dance class, and the other gymnastics class has been on that night. Fridays is open gym, where the kids get to just go to the gymnasium and just play. My boys, which is so funny because, you know, one of them's 12, he has actually taken the spin class with me. That was fun bonding. I mean, who brings their kid to the adult spin class? I also dragged my husband once too. That was fun. Both of them left early, but you know what? Hey, family bonding. They've also gone on the treadmill with me. That's fun. And I've taught them how to use some of those machines, the weightlifting machine, not the free weights, but the weightlifting machines. So we've done some of that as well. But even though they're not, you know, getting a real big workout from some of those weightlifting machines, it's family bonding, totally family bonding. We also use their pool. Yeah, we use their pool in the winter and fall. Yeah, we Floridians. But I'm not going to go outside now. It's like really cold, like, you know, 71 degrees. There's no way I'm getting in a pool. No, it really is 71 degrees right now. And I'm really cold, thus this. Yeah. We actually also got, all of us, except for my husband, he will. We're going to talk him into it. We all got rollerblades. I need a new rollerblades. Now I have an excuse to use them. This is school, bonding time, rollerblading time. But Naomi doesn't have rollerblades. I can pull the wagon with my rollerblades. But let me talk a little bit about Naomi's academics. They have been going really, really well. We've done some adjustments. Her therapies have maintained what they are. She's got 9 sessions of therapies a week, 2 speech, 1 physical therapy, 1 aqua therapy, and 3 sessions of occupational therapy plus dance class. We are planning to add a swim class probably sometime in March or April when it starts to warm up. I want her to know how to swim. We are surrounded by water where we live, and I want her to swim. I want her off those floaties. Plus, she does tend to just walk into pools because she loves the water and is so comfortable in it. We've had a new speech therapist since August, and I talk a little bit about that. I am absolutely thrilled. It has definitely worked. It's a thumbs up. It works. She's amazing. She works with us on, I have videos on it. So I'll stick some links about those. She does use a device now. However, she did throw it in the bathtub the other day, and I have to get a new device. But that's a whole another situation. Now with her academics, yes, her OT does work a little bit with her on her letter forming, but I've been working with her on some of her reading. I've tried reading eggs. I'm not yet crazy about reading eggs. I feel like I might be crazy about it later down the line, but not yet. I am looking at some other programs that I could use online, but we have been watching Leapfrog. I mean, you can't go wrong with Leapfrog. I've also been using the program Learning Without Tears, which I love that program. It's so simple. It's so cut and dry. There's no crazy animations. It's just very plain. And I think for this age, they need that because they don't need the distractions. They need to be focused on learning body awareness, learning pre-writing skills, pre-reading skills, counting, shapes, mathematics. I actually went crazy about a bunch of stuff from Learning Without Tears. I do want to make a video for you just reviewing all of the stuff that we are using and how we're using this program. This is, I'll show you this. This is for the preschool. Even though she's going to be entering in kindergarten, we're probably going to continue using this preschool curriculum, and she's doing very, very, very well with it. A lot of things that we're going to continue working on, like just more strength in her hand. This program has been working. What hasn't been working is me not doing it as much as I want to with her. I've also got some of these books just to get her with that pen control, pencil control, crayon control. She's having a hard time right now. She does her horizontal and her vertical from top down, but when it comes to bottom up, she's really struggling. We could go straight down all day long, but it's that coming up that's hard for her. So we need to work more on that. But overall, I feel like it's going well. The kids are improving. The biggest thing that I do, that I know a lot of parents and YouTubers don't do, or at least they don't talk about doing, is I reassess myself on a regular basis. When I plan for the school year, I keep in mind that I'm only truly planning for the first 9 weeks and allow myself the flexibility to change it up if I need to. If I buy a curriculum that's only for the whole year, in my mind I'll go, maybe I won't use it for the whole year, or maybe I'll switch it out. That could happen if it doesn't work. In other words, I'm staying flexible and I'm not marrying myself to a full year curriculum, even though I may buy a full year curriculum. Oh, another thing that I noticed that I think is important, whenever there's fighting going on, whenever there's arguing going on, screaming, crying, when it comes to their schooling, one of 2 things is happening. It's just not working for them, that specific curriculum, or they're tired and they're being defiant. And I have to evaluate that and assess that. Either way, there's something not right. Either it's a heart issue or it's a curriculum issue. And of course, I'm evaluating that over a period of time. So that's kind of our update. And if you want to see some of my goals, I have a goals video too. But this is my winter updates. My homeschool updates, our therapy updates. We're just going to keep chugging along. We're coming up to our typical burnout season. It's spring, man. We got to bring out the flowers and just blossom at that point. Not burn out. We're going to blossom, not burn out. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm going to stick some videos around my face. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Come hang out with us as we journey, grow up together, enjoy each other, and you know what? I'll see you in my next video. Bye.